Hello everyone and welcome to With the Bentleys channel. Now thank you for tuning in, we do appreciate it. And if you haven't already noticed, we have pulled With the Bentleys show. We have pulled it, which means...
Temporarily.
Temporarily. They don't need to know whether it's temporarily or permanently. It's in our control, not yours. All right. So you may have tuned into this video thinking to yourself, I need to get some advice. I need to get some help, true, genuine help. And according to the title, you've clicked it and you've thought, you know what? That's what I need help with. So that's what we're here for. We are here to help you. And genuinely, from our heart, we love you very much and we wish all the best for you. But you're going to need advice. Everybody needs advice. Advice is part of love, isn't it?
I think instead of helping, we're actually more like sharing. You know, because it's not just we are so good, we're perfect, and we know everything. We don't.
That's right.
But we have gone through our life a little bit together for the last 7 years. So we have, you know, in order to maintain the relationship, that we don't really have a plan to leave each other. And we're actually quite positive about our future together. And every day we still enjoy spending time together. In fact, actually we spend 24/7 together, to be honest. We don't really go away from each other for even like an hour, isn't it?
No.
So loads of people just ask us, so how do you manage to spend so much time together? Maybe that's why we think, yeah, we've got something to share that's going to be potentially beneficial. Yeah.
Indeed. I think sharing is caring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if we can share some advice to you guys, that would help. So that was a little intro just to what it is that we've got going on and what we're planning to do with this channel.
Yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you don't want to like it, at least subscribe.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you make it to the end of the video and we've actually helped you out, then you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
So let's get serious on this one. Let's get serious, right? For this video, we're going to be talking about, I mean, that was a long intro. That was a real long intro.
Well,
but
this is the first one, isn't it?
We're going to be talking about controlling partners, okay? And you may have a controlling partner. You may have somebody that is very controlling, quite overbearing, shall we say, yeah? Somebody that doesn't want you to leave the house. I mean, I'll give you hey, whoa, these things happen. These things really happen. I mean, I had an Asian friend of mine, good friend for a number of years, was the best man at my wedding, you know, so he was a good friend. His wife used to call up and ask his permission when he was out of the house to get permission to leave, to go shopping. She used to call up and say, you know, I want to go get some shopping. Can I leave the house?
Does she really
And he thinks about it on the other end of the phone. He's like, hey, baby, you want to leave the house, do you? Let me have a think. These people exist, you know.
Does she really ask those words? Can I leave the house?
She's not allowed to leave the house without him saying she can leave the house.
Does she have a set of keys?
Right. This goes both ways, but you know, mind you. I mean, we're talking to people that already have an overbearing partner. I mean, these things exist. So now we've, you know, admitted the fact that it does exist, and it doesn't have to be, you know, just specifically male dominance. It could be that your girlfriend is a hard time, or your wife is a difficult lady.
Yeah.
Now we can understand that. We can understand that because we've got a fair bit of knowledge we can share with you guys. So first of all, you have to assess your situation. Whatever situation you're in, whatever partner you have, everybody's different. Okay.
Yeah.
And there may be some underlying issues as to why this person is controlling in the first place. You know, they might be very insecure. I mean, that might sound like a strange one because you think to yourself, all right, they're being controlling. So you'd think, oh, well, they're very dominant. But that might not be true. They might actually be deeply insecure. Yeah. So they say to you, no, I don't want you to go out of the house. Why don't you want you to go out of the house? Well, they don't want you to go out of the house. Maybe because they're scared that if you go out, you'll meet somebody else. They're scared if you go out, you'll fall into the street and die.
Well, on a regular basis, your life always continue, isn't it?
It does continue, but this is the kind of people we're dealing with.
Well, then first of all, they need to get over themselves.
I think you've obviously got to be sympathetic to people. Yeah. Because everybody's different. Yeah. And everybody has different circumstances. Yeah. And you don't know what they've been through to put them to that point in their life.
Yeah, most likely some childhood trauma never really moved down. It's like a deep psychological issue that they never really want to face. A lot of people have traumatic experience when they young, and they carry their parents' relationship problem into their own relationship as well.
Definitely, that was a big factor from mine.
And
definitely getting married to Rikki from my own side, definitely bringing on kind of issues that you've brought with you to the relationship. I think that happens big time, so much. I mean, unless you're getting married at 12 years old, then it's less chance. But if you're getting married at like 30, like a lot of people are nowadays, then you're gonna be bringing an entire life of problems.
You didn't get married when you're 30, though.
No, a lot of people are, though, darling. Yeah,
Right.
Not everyone's getting married at 18. Not everyone's getting married at 22. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of people are getting married at like 30, 35.
Yeah.
Some people are getting married at 60. So they're bringing a lot of issues to that relationship.
Even
Issues.
that previous relationship issue, then they treat this current partner like the previous partner, because they think, oh yeah, maybe all the men, all the women are same. The truth is, it's not true. Not all the men or all the women are
Everyone's
same.
different.
Yeah, people have different characteristics.
You can stereotype people, and a lot of the time you can make generic stereotypes, and they are true.
Yeah.
But other than that, everyone's different, and they're going to have to deal with their problems the way they deal with their problems. So your relationship is unique, and if you're going through that kind of problem, I completely understand, and I feel sorry for you. So the best thing that you can do is move on with your life. How do you move on with your life when you're living with this person all the time? It's very difficult. This is why you need to sit down and try and have a chat and explain your errors, explain your issues to the other person. You be open about yourself, and they're more likely to be open about themselves. And you can't think to yourself, well, you know what? I'll hang back, and I'll be the backward person in the relationship, and they have to prove to me they love me first. It can't be like that. It's not like you show love after they show love, because no one's ever going to show love. You have to be the first person to show love, the first person to show patience, the first person to be understanding.
Yeah.
And after you've done that, then they can reciprocate. It may take years. I mean, it depends how resilient you are in trying to stay with the relationship. Some people are more so, and some people are less. Some people, after 24 hours of being married, they pick up the sticks and off they go. They take their bags, they take everything, and they leave, because they're like, you know what? I don't want to bother with this relationship anymore.
Can't handle
It's been a day. It's too long.
Yeah.
Some people can't, some people can. So you need to think to yourself, is this relationship worth it? Is this person, worth putting my time and effort into? Do I love them? What basis do I have for my love? And really think about it.
Yeah.
Once you've done that, then you can kind of see where you're at. If you've already decided to stay, you've decided to stay. And then you need to figure out how it is you can move on from that point.
And also, if you do love each other to some extent, that you both want to make the relationship work, because if it's only one person wants to make the relationship work, the other one doesn't, and it won't work, because it doesn't matter how hard you try, and you're not going to get anywhere with this person who's not really prepared to work. So acknowledge to yourself, do I want to make this relationship work? Then if you think to yourself, I do. But don't think, oh yeah, when we were starting the relationship, how good that was back then. That's already in the past.
Fantasy. Don't worry about the past, yeah?
Yeah, don't think about the past that much either.
No. I mean, you reference the past to help you learn about the future.
Yeah.
So, for example, if somebody has been the victim of sexual abuse, then obviously you reference that for the future to make sure you don't get involved in anything that may make them feel insecure about themselves and make them have flashbacks about their past. You don't show them, movies that are distasteful and things like that for fear that you might upset them. But at the same time, you want to strengthen, help them to progress.
So controlling
people.
When it comes to controlling people, people who are the controlling one, you got to ask yourself why you actually being like this.
You'd be surprised, right? A lot of controlling people,
they won't say they are controlling.
They can have a big attitude as well.
Yeah.
There's so many different types of controlling people. Sometimes you've got to confront them people. Yeah, some people, once you've confronted them, they'll back down. And it's not about you being more dominant. It's about getting fairness in your relationship and equality. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for equality in relationships, because I think it's very important for males and females to have equal stance almost. When I say almost, I mean almost, not quite. Because I think that man, to some extent, in the relationship, I'd say contributing factors are biological. But man can take a foremost role in the relationship when it comes to decision making that greatly affect the family. Yeah. The rest of it is all on the same territory. It's all on the same plane. I think women can make, you know, big decisions for families too, and I think they should have the ability and the strength and also the permission, if I so use that word, permission to be able to go ahead and just go do that.
Yeah, also decide what you want in your life all the time, literally 24/7. Even you need to decide, I want to sleep now. That's very small, but also you have to decide in each moment what you really want from your life. Then set a positive goal and stick with that goal and go for it.
Yeah, and another thing that I'd just like to mention
well.
is also, you know, like you get controlling people. Yeah. You've got to think to yourself, if they're super controlling and they just want you to do what they want you to do all the time, right? Where does that leave any time for you? It doesn't. So you've got to think to yourself, right? I'm in a controlling relationship. They're looking after their interests all the time, right? I need to start looking after me.
Yeah.
And you have to look after yourself in this relationship. You're a victim of abuse, okay? This person is psychologically abusing you. You either escape, which you can't really do if you're married, or you think to yourself, how can I benefit myself? Look after yourself a bit. If you like hot chocolate, have a hot chocolate. Yeah? If you like pancakes, have a pancake, okay? But you got to figure out something that you like for yourself.
Yeah, and also think to yourself, am I being a prisoner of love?
Everyone needs love. Everyone needs love.
But these controlling people will say, oh yeah, I do so because I love you.
Oh, I love you.
Then you got to think what love really is.
I don't want you to have fun. I don't want you to have nice things because I love you. That sounds like some corrupt psychological...
but loads of people use it. Loads of people use that kind of...
It's called psychological abuse.
Yeah.
It's called psychological abuse.
Loads of people use that excuse, oh, I love you. That's why I don't want you to do such and such. But what they're really doing is taking away your free will.
Yes.
Which is not healthy because you always have the right to decide for yourself.
Yes.
Even though, like, in normal people's eyes, you know, getting divorced or whatever it is actually, people don't really encourage you to do so. But it really is in your hand to decide what you want. So I think be brave as well to really think it through, because sometimes if you're in a very difficult relationship, you probably think to yourself, oh, I can't be bothered to think about it, because by thinking about it, it actually hurt them.
Yes.
They feel emotion. So that I would suggest pack up your emotion as well, because a lot of emotion just temporary. You know, it comes and it goes. Yeah. So you take your time to experience that emotion you feel as well. Then also ask yourself, why do I feel like this? Is it really worth to feel like this? If it's not, then why you feel like this?
Yeah.
You know, experience and explore your own emotions to help you out.
Let's just be clear about this as well.
Yeah.
If you're getting pushed down in your relationship, most likely you're very submissive. Yeah, if you weren't submissive, they wouldn't be pushing you down. Do you understand what I mean? They don't go around finding the toughest person to push down. That's not most bullies are not like that.
No.
So if you're in a relationship with one of these bullies, if you're one of these overbearing, controlling people, you're most likely to be quite submissive. So start to kick back a little bit. But be wary, because they may try to be even harsher to you, to push you back down again, because they think, you know what, they're fighting back a bit, I'm going to be even harder. So you got to be careful. Tread lightly, give it a test. If you're in the relationship already, it's unfortunate. I feel sorry for you. I feel your pain. If you guys like this channel, brilliant. Give us a comment, and also we've got an email address, withthebentleys@gmail.com. Send us an email with the questions and potential questions that you've got for us. Okay, so we can give you some help. Hopefully, give you some help. We've got through a little bit of life experience that we can help you guys with. So take it easy until the next one.
Bye-bye.